Can we? We've been walking all day. I'm totally exhausted. Let's take a breather. Can we?
What is up, my friends? Ralph here, talent relations specialist here at Streamily.com, and I am here with, you know the man, Tobi Obito from Naruto, Jet the Hawk from Sonic Free Riders, Hawkeye from Sailor Moon S, Bjorn from Christmas Chronicles, and the Count, because when I grew up, I had a balanced breakfast. Michael Yurchak, how are you doing today?
I am well. It's great to be here at the Streamily headquarters that I've heard so much about but never been to. And I love it here, for crying out loud. How's everybody doing?
I want to say thank you for coming here, because I know that a lot of the time artists like you are totally busy. You're inundated with things, but you came here today because you've channeled your inner, Fukage?
Yeah, sure. Or Hokage.
Okage! See, people? And then you came out and, you just brought your ninjutsu skills of awesomeness to Streamily.
Ninja art, whack-a-mole, jutsu.
I love it. We have in the chat, we have Wolfersy. I always mess up your name, bro. You're in all the, and I appreciate you.
Wolfersly.
Yeah, he's saying hello. We got Double A saying hi over here. We actually have Disney Inuyama's like, what is your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Walt Disney World memory. My favorite Disney movie. It's funny. I just was watching, I just was talking today about the Aristocats. Anybody remember the Aristocats? It's an old school Walt Disney movie, but I feel like it had all of it. It had the loving mother and the funny stuff and the sort of like the slinky guy that was not so great, but in the end had a heart of gold, and the kids who needed help, and everything always ended up great in the end, at the very end. So Aristocats, you can bank it.
That's old. That's old school, bro.
Old school.
Old school. All right, you know what? Since you said that, by the way, mine is like Aladdin.
Aladdin's great.
Aladdin is awesome. What was your favorite Walt Disney World memory?
I remember the first time I rode Space Mountain.
Woo!
And I went for 3 days, and we did not go on a lot of vacations when I was a kid. We went for a 3-day vacation to Disneyland. And the first day I couldn't do it. I was too scared. The second day I couldn't do it. I was too scared. And the third day I was like, this may be the last day you ever go to Disneyland. And I was like, I went. I remember my big sister Patricia and my big sister Katie were both. They sort of sat with me and held hands and the whole thing. And I sucked up my courage. And the thing about Space Mountain is you go in there and it's dark in there, and so you feel like. I read a story, or somebody told me a story about somebody getting decapitated in a roller coaster, which didn't really happen, but that is what I thought might happen. And in the dark, I really was so scared, but I was so thrilled. And at the end of it, I felt like $1 million because I was probably 7 or 8, maybe, I guess, whatever the minimum age you could be that would make me tall enough.
I thought it was a height thing.
Yeah, it's a height
you could be like 3 years old and like
that's
4
true.
foot
I was
7.
I was a little guy. I was young and I was not very brave. so riding Space Mountain was my favorite memory of Walt Disney.
But yet again, you said that when you were young you weren't brave. But how did you become so brave by voicing these amazing characters on Naruto? Like, where did you get the bravery? Because from what I know, because Naruto's a long series.
Yes, it is.
So
yes, it is.
So
800 something.
I have a whole lot of tattoos of anime on me, and I haven't got to Naruto yet. But knowing what I know about how, like, Tobi's like, crazy and whatnot, and Obito's like more like. Kind of like more stoic.
He's the badass.
Stoic. It's like, how did did you take something from your childhood and say, you know what, I'm going to manifest this into Obito, and you know what, I'm going to channel this goofy side of me to be Tobi?
Well, I don't know that I did that consciously, but I did. but I would say that they both definitely live in me. I think on a daily, I probably throw out the goofy side a little bit more, but I do have sort of I have a serious, darker side that gets a little bit gnarly every so often. And the thing about Obito is that, to me anyway, though he is fatally flawed, like literally fatally flawed, spoiler alert, but he also is, he has good intentions. He just, his actions don't match his intention. Like, he messes it up. And
he's a tryhard.
He's a tryhard. And but the thing about him though is that at the very end he gets full redemption. It costs him his life.
Yeah, but what to say? I'm like, well, full redemption up.
But he does get redemption, and it's, I mean, in everybody's eyes, to the point where had he survived, I think he would have been Hokage, because he sacrifices himself for the good of the rest of the community of the world.
You see, now if you're doing a sacrifice, you have to do it for the greater good. You can't just like, oh no, I don't want you to kill me.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
No.
So
he dies for their sins. Sound familiar?
like, But we have a question from Double A from YouTube. Do you actually like Naruto?
Do I like Naruto? Of course I do.
No, actually like Naruto.
The character?
Yeah, the character. Like actual Naruto.
Naruto is a complicated character because he is Miley Flanagan is.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Hey, I thought
Naruto is annoying. Naruto is like in your face and all. There are parts of the character that are not as likable. But what I will say is that, again, just back to that part of Obito that I love the best, which is the fact that he finds redemption in the end. He admits his faults, and so he's cleansed before it all goes dark. Naruto shows him that light, shows him the way, and he says to Obito, there is no light without the dark. That you can't be forever. You can't avoid sadness without also avoiding happiness, and that by robbing people of the ability to feel both things, you're taking more from them than you're giving them. And Obito didn't realize that. I thought that I was sparing everybody the pain that I had felt, and I didn't think anybody else should ever have to deal with it. When Rin died, it broke my heart, literally, And so the Naruto showed me the way. So in that case, I love Naruto, but I also understand that Naruto is a little much to take. In your face.
I respect that. Now I have a personal question before we go into this question. Now, everybody knows that, or people assume that Tobi and Obito are the same person.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, they're kind of two separate people. Oh, you see, the Nazis like, okay, I've got to too many Comic-Cons and talked about this because I did my research as I'm a geek, and from what I've researched, that Tobi is Obito, but Tobi is technically not Tobi. Tobi is the white swirly
Jutsu.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that inhabits Obito.
But that's Madara. So Madara is involved in all of this stuff too. The thing is, I can't work out this hard. That's the truth. It is extremely confusing, but my Tobi. So the thing is, there are two different versions of Tobi. There is the serious Tobi, which is and is also sometimes wears the orange as well.
Okay.
That is essentially just Madara. Madara is inhabiting Tobi's sort of
body.
Essence, except really what it is it's Obito disguising his voice as Madara, because he has spent so much time with Madara that he understands how to use Madara's voice. So through the whole series,
he calls himself Madara as well.
Everybody thinks he's Madara right up until they discover that he's not. Tobi. Everybody thinks Tobi is Madara right up until they think that. But at some point, Madara goes away and the silly Toby emerges. And that is when the Akatsuki need an extra person. Madara's already gone. And now the Akatsuki need somebody to team up with Deidara. And so Obito inserts himself as the silly Toby and steps in to team up with Deidara and then lives that way for a while. And then only in the very end, when he's ready to, where he thinks he's going to take on, sort of the world, does he emerge as Obito. And this is so confusing, even to me. And I'll tell you why, though, too, is because though I've watched some of it, it's not like we had the scripts. When we do these things, we see this stuff come at us on a spreadsheet. So it's all kind of complicated, and I'm still learning myself. But I appreciate the question.
Oh, absolutely! I thought it was an awesome question. I needed to ask it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I think the fandom's gonna say it. Jessica from YouTube said, "Damn, I wish I ordered one. I just found out about the signing." But you know what? You can order one. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jessica. You're right. You can order one. Go to Streamily.com/Michael Yurchak and get your prints right now. Yes. You know what? Did you even know that he's the voice of Count Chocula? Yes. You put all that cereal in your stomach while you were a child, and his voice, well, his face technically in chocolate vampire form was on that box. So there you go. Can we get like a Count Chocula, like just a little
Of
snip?
course you can. No problem. Here we go. This is the Count. Now I am the new voice of the Count. I was not always the voice. I wasn't the voice when I was a child, for example. But last year, the 50th anniversary of the cereal and all the General Mills Monster cereals, we did a special version of the Monster Mash. And that was me doing that and all the commercials you saw last year. So there you go. I'm the new voice of Count Chocula.
Congratulations, Count. All I gotta say is that I am going to probably have diabetes from eating all those Count Chocula cereals. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go into our first print because Jessica, you said that you wanted a print, right? Go to Streamily.com/Michael Yurchak and get your print because this print right here is going to Aiden. Oh, and by the way, special instruction, you got a fist bump.
Fist bump. Aiden, thank you so much for ordering this. I know that it's been a while. This whole signing today came out as a special thing right at the last minute because I'm old and I don't know how to do this stuff from home. And I thought I did, but I didn't. And so for those of you who've been waiting, I apologize. For those of you who didn't know about this one, I apologize. We'll do it again.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it bigger. We'll do it better. We'll do it with more notice, and there'll be more stuff on the shop. So please, please, please just know that this one is specially for you, especially Aiden. Boom.
Ooh, I love that.
Thank you so much. Here we go. So to Aiden.
And ladies and gentlemen, yes, he's going to have Shrinkins as an item to, I'm just joking. He's like, excuse me? Like, are you going to Chinatown and getting that stuff? Like, I am not getting that. But that would actually be pretty cool, though. Are there toy Shrinkins that you guys could? I'll look into that because I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. We have right here. We have in the questions. Oh, I'll actually let me take this off first. No, you do yours and then show it right there, and then I'll go to the next question. Oh, look at that! It looks so good. Ooh, that looks so good. Mm-hmm. We have our next question by Rainbow Dash. Oh, I got that over. Thank you, sir. For Rainbow Dash, it says, "What was it like seeing your fans' reaction to Obito / Tobi?"
Listen, I'm telling you that there is nothing that has been more surprising, moving, important, fun, exciting, amusing, all of those things. I had no idea, honestly. I didn't know the impact that the show had. The people came and found me during COVID, to be honest with you. I had not, I did the show for many years. Loved doing the show. I'm an artist. I'm an actor. I love doing the job. That's it. I didn't know how popular the show was, and I didn't have any sense for it either because it was bouncing around on different platforms.
You're not watching yourself?
Well, when we first did it, it wasn't available.
That's
you
true.
couldn't really see it, and then when you could see it, it was only available on certain platforms, and then it wasn't like streaming hadn't even started.
You had to do tape trading, like back in the pro wrestling days. Like, you got that match.
That's right. That's right. And so the new Netflix release and stuff on Hulu as well now makes it so that it's super easy to watch. And because of that, we're getting this whole new flood of fans, which is awesome. And I've started going to cons and doing stuff like this, and I can't tell you how great it feels. It feels great not because it feels so good to get a pat on the back, although that's nice, but what's awesome is that people have told me from all over the world how important the show is to them, how they learned to persevere, how they learned to go after things and do their best, how they learned to look for the good in everybody else, how they learned to find the light even in the dark. All of those things are, that's how I try to live my life too. And it's meaningful, man. It's like, it's deep, it's incredible. And to be a part of it is just a gift. And so I'm thankful to you, and I'm thankful to everybody else that cares. It's nice to have people care.
That's awesome to hear. Like, being in a Comic-Con world and like traveling and stuff, and like being like an up and coming actor myself, and I get to talk to so many different talent, and they're telling, they're like, yeah, it's just a gig, don't care. And then you have talent like you that's like, thank you for watching and being a part of this, because it meant a lot for you to perform that. So to see how it could change somebody's life, like literally, you could change somebody's life. Cartoons could do that, and it's not. People don't understand that anime and cartoons, that like now it is one of the utmost premier ways of storytelling.
Yeah,
because you have that opportunity that you could do this stuff. Unlike Dragon Ball Z, we don't want next on Dragon Ball Z. 7 episodes later, he finally throws a punch down, like chill. But like you have Naruto, you have One Piece, you have like My Hero Academia, you have all these like these Dragon Ball Z, you have these franchises that if you're upset, you just pop them on. I feel better, or I feel more inspired or enlightened, and that is awesome that you fully embrace that and you want to get back to your family. Because a lot of people don't want to. So that is freaking awesome. Thank you.
I'm honored to. Really.
Well, you know what we're honored about? We're honored because we just got a new sale in here, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Streamily.com/Michael Yurchak and get yours right now, because we were down to 5, now we're down back up. Hello. And with that, we're gonna go to our next print. Hopefully it should entice you guys to get it. Ooh, this is for Nathan. And I'm gonna have to read the special instructions. This is for my nephew Nathan. He loves Tobi. His #1 favorite character is Naruto. Is Tobi. Could you please write ninja art, whack-a-mole, jujitsu, and draw Tobi's mask? And if possible, maybe a little silly Tobi message too. Please. He just loves the silliness. I don't know why I give people accents. Like, oh man. One person was on the stream. She's like, why did you make me sound like a redneck hillbilly? I'm like, I don't know. Your name just came up and I did it like that. She's like, that was funny. I'm like, thank you for not saying that.
Nathan, I am so happy to do this for you because this is one of my favorite lines. Tobi is a goofball and everybody loves silly, including me. Ninja art, whack-a-mole, jutsu. What? I don't believe it. Kidding. Nathan, so I'm gonna write ninja art whack-a-mole jutsu on this thing too for you. And I'm not sure if the message, Nathan, it's your birthday, or if it's not your birthday, it should be. Nathan, we all love you. Have a great year. Ninja art whack-a-mole jutsu. All right, how's that?
Now I hear your voice. Like literally your actual voice speaking, and then now you do the voice. I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm like, so where did you find that voice? Because I know a lot of different VO talent. Certain things inspire them. Some people, they're like, oh, this is what I just think this character is gonna sound like. Someone's like, I channeled, an old Italian plumber that I had back home, or something like that, or an old teacher. So it's like, how did you come up with Tobi/Obito's voice?
Well, I knew that the character was kind of a clown. I knew that the character was supposed to be silly, and they play. I got to listen to the great Japanese actor who plays that version of Tobi, and I started there. And then I started just playing around with sort of what I thought might be funny and sustainable and kind of workable. And it is the sort of the actual polar opposite of what Obito becomes, which is sort of down here. So if this is playing from the very bottom part of my register and playing around with something deep in my throat.
Toby is way up here in my head, in my nasal area, and it sounds even crazier.
So I kind of went for both of those things.
You sound like you're like 6 when you're Toby. It's absolutely adorable.
So here you go.
Look at that,
Nathan, I love it, man.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. And here's this. I don't know how to do it, but I try to do it every time. I try to do exactly what you told me.
You just have to bring it up a little bit more. It just takes a little bit to adjust. Yeah, it was so good. Right here. All right, we're right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you want your print, go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak, because you're going to get your prints. And with that, Wavitsky, no, we do not do the You Got Your Print song unless they are actually on the chat. That's something I started, that if they're in the chat and they have their prints there, we actually do a print dance. And we do a screenshot so they can actually screenshot them with the print with you, and then they can tap. So it's like, yeah, Wolf, no. They have to be on the, he's like, indeed. You have to be on the stream, you know that. So we have our next question, which is by Rainbow Dash. Can you do Obito eating Count Chocula cereal?
What is this? Look at me! There's nothing in my heart. I don't feel Count Chocula anymore. You should. It's very, very good for you. Obito, your heart needs it. But I don't have a heart. It feels empty in there. There's no need for you to feel guilty, Count Chocula. I don't feel guilty. Why would I? Because you've taken my heart. I've taken your heart. You've taken your heart. There you go.
Count Chocula meets Obito. Gotta love it. I had to record that because that was the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. So that was uber awesome. The next question, no, that's not the one. Oh, there was another question that we had. Oh, there we go. By Wolf. What superpower would you like to have
in real life? I would definitely like to fly. I would like to be able to fly. I like to.
Oh, I thought you said The Fly, like Jeff Goldblum.
No,
that movie.
No, I would like to fly. Brother. I would like to bypass the Los Angeles traffic. I would like to get where I need to be. I'd like to come say hello to you. I think without question, I think being able to fly would be the best one.
I like that. And with that, flying into the Q next is this next one. It's not made out to anybody or no special instructions.
Great.
So we're good to go
there
on that one. Oh, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. So, besides, I know that we're talking a lot about Naruto, and we're talking a lot about Count Chocula, but you look very fast. You look
fast.
You look very fast.
Yeah.
You look as fast as a jet.
It's true. I am. And you could take that to the bank.
Well, I wish I could take things to the bank right now, but what we're going to do is, I know a bank that I would like to take you to. That's the bank of Streamily.com/Michael Yurchak to get your prints. And this is a deposit and a withdrawal I would like to make. Yeah, it actually worked. It actually worked on that one. So that was number 1. All right, cool. All right. We have Wolf saying, very nice singing.
Yeah, what's that?
Very nice singing right here.
Oh, very nice singing.
Oh, very nice signing. Sorry.
Very nice signing.
You see, the thing is that we write signing so much. So there are times that we email the talent and it was like, hey, how was your signing you're going? So it is something that we enjoy doing. But yet again, don't forget, go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak. Get your prints right now because the next print is going out to Austin. And Austin actually does not have any special instructions, so you can write whatever your heart desires.
Great.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. And don't forget, if you're not able to get a print now, his store will be open, and we will be doing another signing very soon. I'm hoping in the next two months or so. Michael's like, well, I don't know about that. I got things to do. People to see, things to sign.
I don't feel pain any longer.
That sounds like a you problem. No, but like I was trying to segue and then I got distracted. But segueing because you are fast and we're taking it to the bank. Your character, Jet the Hawk. Let's talk about some Sonic. How did you like enjoy being in the Sonic like? You're just like, am I doing it right? No, you're doing it right. No, right. How did you feel to be part of the Sonic like legacy, like the pantheon of Sonic, like Sonic, Tails, Shadow? We don't talk about him because he's too dark. He just
well, there are lots of people. Well, I think there are 3 other actors who played Jet in the past.
You're the best.
I only play him from the Free Riders game or the Free Riders games. It's awesome. It's like this is a gigantic thing that I knew since I was a kid. Getting to be a part of it is super fun, and people seem to love it, especially little kids. My kids were little when I did it. It goes back a little ways now, and so they totally dug it. I'm actually doing a signing at OG Collectibles in LA or in the Los Angeles area with Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who is the voice of Tails, this weekend on Saturday. So, I'm doing it. Nothing has been as popular as Tobi and Obito, but getting to do Jet was super fun, and it's for the people who know it and the people who want me to do it, I love to do it. It's super fun. It's great.
Love that. And we have another question here by Rainbow Dash. Hey, Michael, what life advice would you have given Obito early on?
Oh,
I
man.
love the questions that
That's a great question. That's a great question. Life advice early on for Obito would have been talk to someone. Don't hold in your pain. When you are suffering and you are feeling the feels, you gotta get it out there. You gotta find a way to express. You gotta find friends that will listen. You gotta be brave enough to be vulnerable. And Obito never did it. Obito. Well, I mean, he had some other things that stood in his way, but he took all that hate and it crunched up inside him, and it turned him into something totally different. The relationship that he had early on with Kakashi and Rin and some of the other guys was beautiful and fun and pure and funny and silly and all the things life is supposed to be for kids. And then everything changed. So that's my advice to him would be talk to someone, get yourself some support.
I like that. I like that. That and Wolf said, "That's great advice. It really is. It really does. It is great advice. Like not even earlier on in life, but just life in general. Just talk to someone.
Yeah.
You let it fester. You for too long, you're just gonna blow up on someone. And then a lot of the times you do it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
And then you end up hurting them and hurting someone else.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Or in Obito's case, like lots of the wrong people.
Yeah. As you can see, I watch a lot of anime and cartoons. So literally, like that's the thing that we hopefully in your lives you don't do that.
Yeah.
But hopefully in your lives you do the other side that you reach out. That's why we have a lot of hotlines for people for mental health. Mental health is actually being talked about now. And you know what? Yeah, just like you said, if you don't have people that you want to talk to, go talk to someone else.
Yeah.
Like you have, literally join a Naruto fan page. You will meet so many people right there that sharing the stuff that you love and sharing this fantastic man's character as well. So there we go. Oh, by the way, we just hit 30 minutes, by the way.
Hey,
30 minutes of the stream. So go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak and get your Streamily print right now. With that, I'm going to do double A. Did you want to voice any other? Ooh.
I did voice quite a few other ones. So the only other sort of one that you may recognize by name is Benton, not Ben 10, but Benton. Who was in multiple episodes of Shippuden, maybe, I don't know, 10 or 20 episodes, and was sort of a gentlemanly young ninja guy. It was a fun character. He was sort of very proper and soft-spoken like this. And I got to do him, and I did a whole lot of like sort of ancillary characters, side characters, Big Ninja 4 in whatever scene, and this guy in
that
this
ninja
scene.
was worth it. I heard his Wilhelm scream. He screamed like he died like a G.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But so lots of guys and a couple of monsters along the way, and so I did get to do a lot of them. I think what you probably mean is, are there any other characters that I love, like from the show? And you know, one of my favorite characters, and it's also because it's voiced by a good friend of mine, is Rock Lee. I think that his message was constantly positive and excellent, and it's hard for me to separate it from the guy that I also know to be a great guy and has that same sort of ethos. So it's all you know, that would be my favorite character, other than Tobi and Obito. But I was just seeing somebody said
this one, the Kakashi and Obito fight.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one for me. In terms of the fights, the Kakashi Obito fight was the best, because I mean, he literally rips his heart out, you know, and it's just like it's great, and they come to terms with each other. They kind of make up, and he sets Kakashi free. Kakashi sets him free. He's not free for a little while, but it feels right, and I love and the fight itself is just incredibly badass, and it's awesome.
Well, you're incredibly badass. So.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, there you go. Oh, we have a long time viewer, Mr. Scoot21 from Twitch says, Michael, can Jet the Hawk say hi to me and say my name? My name is pronounced Mr. Scoot. It would make my day.
Mr. Scoot, what's up? This is Jet the Hawk. You can be faster than anybody. Just do your best. Not. I'm the best, baby.
That is so much attitude out of nowhere. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, our longest running viewer over here, Real Yoda, just asked Naruto Shippuden or Sailor Moon?
Real Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Real Yoda.
I
love that he comes out. You have to do that.
Yeah, Real Yoda. I refuse to choose, but here's what I'll say: an honor to be in both franchises. They're both so big and fun. Everybody loves them. Naruto is probably more my cup of tea in terms of a fan, but I've never done a weirder project than playing Hawkeye for a full season of Sailor Moon, and in the movies. That character and his alien brothers who come down to Earth in search of the rainbow unicorn that is hiding out in the soul of an innocent girl, and they set about seducing and trying to steal from the soul of these said innocent girls the rainbow unicorn. It's like, it is the weirdest, most awesome, fun, ridiculous, scary, sexy, bizarre storyline ever, and I totally loved doing it. And it was just like it was a real kick to get to do the thing. I don't know if you remember this, but every episode of that season also begins and ends with me and my brothers hanging out at a bar, drinking and sort of grousing about how it's impossible to find this thing. And it's just it's like a divergence from the whole theme of the show, I think. And it's, super fun and a great thing to be a part of. And I again, these are things where I was lucky enough to get the part I was there on the day, I did the read, I got the part, and then it turned out to be this gigantic thing that I didn't know existed, and I just feel so lucky to have gotten to be part of it. So there you go.
Shazam! And if you guys didn't notice, I had a little Sailor Moon in the background.
Yes, you
just
did.
to let you know. And right now we're about 35 minutes in. Don't forget, go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak. And with that, we're gonna go into our next break, which is for Sander. Do you need a break?
No, I said my phone is blowing up in my pocket.
Because everybody's trying to get a piece of some Yurchak over here.
Sander, okay.
Sander, no instructions, just deal fast. And then we have another question by Double A. Woo! What is your least favorite Naruto villain?
The least favorite villain.
Besides you.
I mean,
because you're technically, but you're technically an anti-hero because you redeemed yourself.
I like the way you think. But
he's like, I just been attacked all my life, called a horrible person. But yeah, anti-hero, sure.
I mean, it's hard to answer this. My least favorite villain or my favorite villain, like the villain I most love to hate. Villain I most love to hate for sure is Madara. No, but I'm not going to tell you what if there's a character that I don't like. These are my friends. There's not but what I will say is Madara is is evil to the core, and got in my way. So I like him least. But I love to not like him. And Neil Kaplan does an unbelievable job with him, and is he's a great voice actor, so I'm sure you guys all know. So yeah, I go with Madara.
I dig that. And Jess, didn't forget about you. Jessica asked, "What's your favorite jutsu?"
Ninja art, whack-a-mole jutsu.
It just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah.
Toby doesn't throw around too many, but the famous scene where Toby disappears a bunch of times, and sort of is able to dodge all of the different attacks, starts to become this ninja art whack-a-mole jutsu. It's a funny classic Toby scene. I love it. Everybody loves that quote. I get asked for it all the time at cons, and somebody just asked for it tonight, so I'll go with that one.
I dig that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the most important questions of all time. What's your ice cream flavor?
I'm a mint chip guy. That's this is the darn truth. I'm a mint chip guy, but I'm also a Cherry Garcia guy. So I love mint chip is like my favorite sort of like traditional flavor. Cherry Garcia from Ben and Jerry's is my favorite. I was a big Grateful Dead fan back in the day, which many of you probably don't even know what that is. But Cherry Garcia was a famous musician, a great guitar player. And Cherry Garcia happens to be delicious. And I love those. I'll stick with those two. Cherry Garcia and mint chip.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Oh my gosh. Our next one, by the way, you have to go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak to get your print, because the next one is going to Brandon. Look at this beautiful. Look, it's like you're right here. It's like, hi, I'm Michael. Meet my kids. It's one of those 80s portraits. Like all you need is just like the moon and the wolf howling in the background, but it made it so prompt, so awesome. Oh my gosh. So I know we have not even talked about this person, but talk to me about Bjorn from Christmas Chronicles.
Bjorn, this is such an awesome fun. First of all, here, Brandon, thank you, man. Thanks for caring. Look at Brandon. So the Bjorn was such a funny character to play. This was the Christmas Chronicles and the Christmas Chronicles 2 were movies that were that came out on Netflix the last few years. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell starring as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
And we were the elves, and Bjorn was one of the elves. The elves were like, they're adorable, they're super cute, and we learned that they hired the linguist that did all the different languages for Game of Thrones. So like Dothraki and all of those languages, he created a language called Elvish, which is based on sort of a Scandinavian dialect and a bunch of his own just concoction. And he was in the room with us, and all the elves got to be there together. There were 6 of us, I think. But we just sort of, they kind of use us again and again and again to people all the elves, like the minions. They would have ideas. The director would have an idea, and then he would figure out how to say it, and then he would teach it to us, and then we would do it, and it was really fun, challenging, and the other actors that were working, a woman named Debbie Derryberry, who's this super famous VO person, a guy Fred Tatasciore, another big name in games,
Fred
games and shows and stuff, right, and so. Getting to work with them side by side, and being real playful and fun was awesome. And the character is adorable. And this character actually was afloat in the Macy's Day Parade for 2 years in a row, which was also super cool. And there's just like he became sort of the poster elf for all the different posters. So he's always on Kurt Russell's shoulder, and he's on the sides of the buses, and so it's the character himself got to be sort of famous. And when he talks, I get to be in his mouth.
There we go. We have a question right here by Rainbow Dash. Can you do whack-a-mole jitsu as Tobi? Serious Tobi.
Serious Tobi.
Yeah, you see? I had to
here's the thing, though. That serious Tobi is actually Neil Kaplan, right? So, and his Madara voice is not so different from my Obito. It's not the same at all, but it's that, like, I know that my version of serious Tobi is going to feel an awful lot like Tobi, or is going to feel an awful lot like Obito, more so than it'll feel like Madara. With all of that as a disclaimer, ninja art, whack-a-mole jutsu. How's that?
I just want to watch Naruto.
Yeah, you got it.
But question. I know there's Naruto. Like, there's no. All right. So the original name of the show is Naruto Shippuden.
No, the original name is just Naruto. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Naruto Shippuden, and then there's Boruto, which is his son.
Right.
Which I found that hilarious because when I first heard that, I was like, "Time out. What? So Vegeta's gonna name his son Vegeta?" I was like, it was a joke. But I was like, What is the difference between all three of the different incarnations? Well, I know the last one.
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Boruto is Boruto.
Yeah, I get
Naruto. That. Why it becomes Shippuden, I can't tell you. I don't know. I have no idea.
If you guys know in the comments, please sound out.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I asked that question is because Double A, woo! If you guys know wrestling, you know why I say Double A like that. Did you like the end of Naruto? And do you like Naruto-san? Well, most likely, I think he's Double A is asking, do you like Boruto,
right?
Or do you like the show? So I guess you can answer both.
I don't know. I don't know the show well enough.
Okay, so fair enough.
To say whether or not I like him, like, personally. But I love the end of I love the end of Naruto. It's like tragic and awesome, and tragic for me, awesome for Naruto. And it all everything feels like it ties up finally after years and years, 800 some episodes. And I think it leads in. I think it's a great idea that they do Boruto. I think that the kids of is like sort of a funny idea. I haven't watched much of that show, I'll be honest with you, but
you're a hardworking actor.
Yeah, I'm a hardworking actor. I'm out there slogging it out.
Slogging, he says. I wouldn't say slog. I would more say coming onto Streamily.com and doing some awesome stuff. By the way, you can get your prints at Streamily.com/Michael Yurchak.
That's great art right there.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it is. We could get some stuff like that to use.
Someone did that. Someone did that.
Oh yeah, this is for the on YouTube. So it's like they did that.
It. Yeah,
hey, we could do stuff like that.
That's cool.
Hold up. We have Rainbow Dash. You asked so many good questions. What occupation would Obito be doing IRL in real life? That's the questions that we love. When we get talented, like laugh and giggle, that's the questions that we love.
I feel like Obito would be a professor, like a philosophy professor or something, and would be constantly frustrated by his students. I do a lot of teaching. I teach at a conservatory here in Los Angeles called the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute, and I know what it is to be passionate and sometimes frustrated. I feel like Obito would be the perfect sort of like brooding professor who is never quite satisfied and is has a hard time. Everybody has a hard time pleasing him.
And I can see that. And with our last one right now, we are going to finally sign our last one for Jessica Wells. Oh, I don't need to do that with my mouth. There we go.
Yay.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're literally finishing off our last 45 minute mark, and we're finishing our last print. So this is our last 2 minutes here on the stream. Don't forget, go to streamily.com/Michael Yurchak and get your Streamily prints today. And on top of that, if you can't get it today, that's totally understand. We understand the economy sucks and inflation. So guess what? The shop is going to be open indefinitely, so you can get your prints not only today but any other time. And Jessica's like, Jessica, this is your print. Jessica, if this is your print, please put down "this is my print" in the chat, and you will finally get to see the "you got your print" dance.
Oh, I see.
Jessica, put in the chat right now, "this is my print."
Jessica, do you want anything
Yes.
else on here also? Now that you're in there, I'll put another thing. I'll put a quote on there if you want.
That's her print. I know, Wolf, that's her print. That's what I'm trying to get her to put. But Jessica, write "this is my print" in the chat.
I've never been to Australia, but I want to go. I want to go. People ask me that all the time online.
Okay.
Would I ever consider going for a con? And the short answer is, you're damn right I would. Please send the word to your local cons. Let them know that Michael Yurchak, Tobi and Obito wants.
Yes.
I want in. I want to be there. That is my print.
So,
and now we
ladies and
dance?
gentlemen, now you're gonna get the "this is your print" dance. All right, it's the widest screen is so big. So ready, Jessica? After the dance, we're gonna do it twice, and then you have 5 seconds to take a screenshot. Ready? This is your print. This is your print now. This is your print. Woo. This is your print.
This is
ready. You have 5 seconds to take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Screenshot that. Ow. All right. Just don't forget. Tag Michael and tag Streamily on whatever social media that you're gonna post that on. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
TikTok.
We love you. Yeah, well, you can't post on TikTok.
Can't post on TikTok.
Well, unless you do a video to post on TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, you know you kids. You know what you guys do. So yes. Oh yeah, put a quote. Oh, sorry. Yeah, put a quote. I can't think of one.
Yeah, put a quote.
I can't.
Tobi or Obito. Tobi or Obito.
Woo. This is what I love about our fans being in the stream. You guys get to literally talk to talent, and if you want something special, you're there. And yes, Wolf. Yes, we sang. Yes. Oh, and after all that, I'll let you hit it. I'm supposed to do that after the song and then do the, but try to make it all fun.
All right, I'm going Obito. I'm going Obito for you.
Go Obito. Oh snap, Jessica, you're getting Obito. Getting a special message from Obito. Well, technically, since we're doing a special. Good, no worries. Good times. So, since we're doing that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, any upcoming Naruto actors signing on Streamily? I will tell you, put it right now. Check Streamily.com. And on top of that, go to Streamily.live on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and we will be putting up upcoming signings. So with that, we didn't leave it yet. I think we could. There we go. This is Obito's theme song.
Yeah, and there's
so
this is when this is the best sort of iteration of him, because it is when he is coming to terms with the things that he did and kind of finding redemption, which is kind of awesome.
And that is a beautiful song that we should be ending off with. So first, click that last. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed all of our orders today. I want to say thank you guys for being in the chat right now for this fantastic stream. But first, before we even
Small
leave,
but mighty. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody's coming in. But with that, please, Michael, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Instagram at Michael Yurchak and TikTok at Tobito Voice. I would love your followers. It actually makes a big difference for us because the cons like to see that we've got a presence, and I'm kind of an old guy, so I'm also kind of new to all of this. So I'm building the Instagram following and I'm building the TikTok following. So jump in while the jumping is good and help a brother out.
And I will add you to the TikTok. And the last thing, can we get a goodbye from Obito?
Goodbye, my friends. Look at me. There's nothing in my heart. I don't feel pain any longer.
You need a hug. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget. Oh, let me just make sure this is this is our one. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Streamily at Streamily.live on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and at Streamily.com. I mean, at YouTube.com/Streamily. And of course, you can go to Streamily.com. And if you want to find out any of the brand new stuff, check us out on our social media. And if you want to ask me any questions on any upcoming signings or any special requests, hit me up on our social media at Official Rob Fury on all social media. And with that, Tobi, Obito, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, I will let him say the final words.
Thanks everybody for being here. Peace and love. Be good to each other. Mwah.